Amen. Yeah.
But the Cubans are like second-class citizens in their own country, and the tourists are the first class. That's what it is basically. It's just been maybe 15, 16 years ago, I think, not even 15 years ago, when the Cubans weren't even allowed on the resorts. Okay, Cubans are not only the foreigners, but now they're allowing Cubans to go on the resorts. Before, no Cubans were allowed, so it's like second-class citizens, right?
The government should say that they should stop and let us be free, speak up, to whatever if they feel whatever they want to say, that they don't feel.
Just quickly, if you could
Yeah.
give a message to your people in Spanish,
Oh,
what would it be? Look in the camera and say.
sigan luchando, no se paren, porque si paramos no lo vamos a lograr. Tenemos que seguir luchando. Y si la policía nos ataca, tenemos que todos atacarlos a ellos juntos. Si ven a la policía que le están dando a una persona, corran y ayuden a esa persona. No dejen que le den. En la unión está la fuerza. No permitan más daño. Sigan hacia adelante. Aquí estamos nosotros apoyándolo a ustedes. No podemos estar allá con ustedes, pero estamos aquí y queremos apoyar para que todo salga bien. Pero por favor, sigan luchando, no se detengan. Ahora es para adelante.
Ahora o nunca.
Patria y vida.
¡Patria y vida!
Exactamente.
Patria y vida. Patria
¡Abajo Díaz Canel!
Thank you very much.
Well, I would love him to speak out for Cubans, for the Cubans that have nobody. I hear about his story with Cuba. I don't know if it's true or if it's false, but I want him to step on the side of the truth, on the side of the right, on the side of the freedom. We need freedom. We need to be able to speak up like we speak up here in Canada, beautifully. Nobody beat the heck out of us. Nobody kill us. We are protected by the police over there. While in Cuba, the police, supposed to be protecting us, is killing us. We need freedom. We need Trudeau to. We would love any military intervention because our people are alone, are dying alone. I know the war is afraid of intervening in another international, problem, but we need it. At least he can talk to the Cuban governors and say, hey, stop the genocide. Stop killing people. Let the people protest in peace. It's the right. We have the right to do it. We have the right to select our president the same way he was elected. We have that right. It's a right that is being taken away from us for 62 years. Totally not fair for the Cuban people. We deserve, our family deserve a normal life. Our family deserves to have food every day.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Very great interview. Thank you very much.
And I'm here today to support my country for all the abuse that the government has been doing to the Cuban people throughout 60 years already. Right now they are killing people.
Les Cubains sont ici aujourd'hui à la colline parlementaire pour faire entendre la voix du peuple cubain. Car le peuple cubain ne peut pas se faire entendre à Cuba, au risque de perdre son travail, au risque de se faire expulser de l'université, ou encore pire, de payer des amendes impossibles à payer, ou encore pire, d'aller à la prison, de recevoir des coups et de se faire incarcérer. Donc c'est pour ça que les Cubains sont ici, au Parlement aujourd'hui, pour faire entendre la voix du peuple cubain.
Says free Cuba, no more communism, no more killing, no more oppression. We need intervention. What does this all mean? Simple. Cubans in Cuba, they're being murdered by their own government, people. Yes, it's sad, but it's happening. Díaz-Canel, our president, just authorized all Cubans that are on his side to come out and kill and beat up the people of Cuba. And right now, that's what's happening. There's been cases. They've actually killed kids. A 13-year-old was murdered yesterday by the police. So basically, what happened is people got fed up. There's no medications. There's no food.
Look at me and pretend we're talking.
Okay.
So you made the whole drive up here.
Yes, it took us over 5 hours just to get here and make sure our country Prime Minister knows that we need help and support of the Canadian people in Cuba right now.
So for the people sitting at home who don't really know what's going on, maybe just
Yeah.
what is going on in Cuba?
Yeah, the message is not being delivered very well to the Canadian people, and it's because the Cuban government is making sure that the news is fake. Right now, what is really happening is the Cuban government is sending his army dressed as civilians to fight our own people, and they're getting killed because they're Pacific, they're trying to go on the street and speak out their rights, and they're not being listening, they're just being told. So anybody who doesn't listen to what the government wants is getting killed, shot, or arrested because it's just simply not accepting his rules. And we are here to make sure that everybody knows it's not about COVID, it's not about food, it's not about tourism. We are here because of the Cuban people got tired of 62 years of repression by the Cuban government, and it's time.
Is there more the Canadian government can do to help the Cuban people?
Yes. What the Canadian government can do for our country right now is make sure that the news is delivered the proper way. Make sure that the Canadian peoples know what's actually happening. It's not about money or being poor or not. It's just about 62 years of the government controlling his people. And it's about time. It's about time. The people got fed up, and now is the time to do it.
Do you have a lot of family still in Cuba?
We all have family in Cuba. We're here pretty much alone with our own family now, but the rest, brothers, sisters, friends, everybody's there. And everybody's getting hurt right now.
What kind of stories do you hear coming out of Cuba?
All of it. The worst story you can hear, kids are getting shot, 13 years old kids are trying to get arrested into the police car and getting their neck broken, their teeth smashed, getting shot all day long. At nighttime, they got no internet, so they cannot communicate with us. We've been on the dark for the last 48 hours. We don't know what's actually happening right now other than what we can hear from the phone calls.
So you can still phone call in. Is the internet working?
No, internet is completely shut down on the entire island. Only the government has it, so he can make his own news saying people are fighting people, and it's not true. People are fighting the government right now, and his military. He sent his military to actually kill us.
So you drove all the way from Toronto here to Parliament Hill in Canada.
Yes.
To give a message to our leader.
Yes, we're coming from Toronto, and we're also coming back on Saturday. We're gonna make sure that we'll be here until our leader knows that Cuba needs us. So we're here. We'll be here as long as the Cuban people are on the street fighting for their freedom.
And what are your final thoughts on today's rally?
We're hoping to send the message not only to Canadians, also to the whole world, that Cuba needs support. They're fighting with just their rights and their signs. They're not fighting with militaries or with guns or with artilleries. They're just fighting for their rights. They're not doing anything wrong.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
Great interview, my friend.
Thank you.
I'll give you.
And we are here together to defend our people in Cuba. Right now, our government is killing innocent people, killing the civilians unarmed. He practically sent the army to the streets and told the people to fight each other, and our people in Cuba don't have weapons. So it's a very unfair war. That is genocide. So he practically declared an intern war between us, brothers fighting brothers, completely unfair. If it's an army fighting an army, that's completely fair. But an army killing people, killing children, 13 years old kid died yesterday, an 11 years old kid also died, and people are dying because police is shooting at them and are fighting them with bats, with rocks, in groups, like groups of 10 go to one and beat them to death. And just because Diaz-Canel, our dictator in Cuba, told the people the order of a war is open, is on. So he gives the right to the people to go and fight each other.
So that's how the conflict all started.
That started because the Cuban people are tired of not having food, not having medicines. They are all dying with the COVID. We have no support whatsoever since the government, since the COVID started from our country, and well, never in 62 years. But now it's worse. They are killing the people. They are killing right now, killing them to death. But before they were killing in a different way. They were starving them to death, and it was nothing the people could tell. Right now, since the war started between our people, our brothers, and they are killing them, they knocked down all the internet. So we have no information about them, no communication. So now they can go and kill them and do whatever they want to them without the world knowing. We just want the world to know what's happening in Cuba right now, and to have people in our side to defend our civilians, our brothers, our sisters are dying, and we feel here that we can do anything. It's nothing we can do about it. We need help. We need help from the world. We need help from Canada. We need help from USA. We need help from Trudeau. Trudeau, please speak up for the Cubans. Speak up for us. We have nobody right now, and the dictatorships are killing us. Oh, right now they don't want. I understand Canada and USA they don't want to intervene in the war because this is a war right now. It's not anymore a protest. This is war. But the Venezuelans are there. The Cubans brought Venezuelans to fight our people. They brought the troops that they had in Venezuela, and they brought Venezuelans too to fight our people because some of our police and our army resigned. They didn't want to fight the people. They didn't want to fight our brothers because we are all in the same boat. Everybody's starving. Nobody has medicine, and their families are also dying. So they call the militaries from Venezuela. So if it's an international a war that we don't want it to happen, where Venezuelans are there, beating the crap and killing Cuban people. Totally unfair.
I need to support my country because we need to keep in touch with the family out there, and we have no communication with them whatsoever because they turned down the internet.
What's it like knowing that you can't communicate with your family over
It's
the internet?
heartbroken, it's stressful, it's very, like, put me down because I want to do so much and I can't. I want to be able to go there and fight with them, but I can't.
Did you come from out of town for this rally?
No, I live here in Ottawa.
You live in Ottawa, but you
Yeah.
still came down to help your people all the way.
Correct. I came here on Sunday and I came here yesterday and I keep coming until we get and see a solution. We need help. Honestly, we need help, and it's heartbroken. We all cry at home because we cannot do anything other than this.
Has anyone around the world, any media or any country, spoke out or tried to help Cuba?
I haven't seen anything. I don't know if anybody knows about it, but all I see, the people all around the world doing something and asking for help, but I don't see any other country or government saying that they're gonna help. And that's why we need help, because over there they cannot go anywhere. You know, we don't have a bridge to go to another country, like for example, US and Mexico, they have you know what I mean? And we don't have nothing, so they are all crowded over there and they cannot go anywhere.
Do you still have family in Cuba?
Yes, all my family is there.
So do you have responsible media in the Cuba, or is it all government controlled?
It's all government control. Also, very important thing is when everything started, the president, he went out to the TV and mentioned that the protest was because of the communist people were happy with the system, and he changed the way the protest was going. All the Cubans went out for the freedom because they didn't have food, they don't have medicine. The people are dying at home. I saw a video of a girl, live video on Facebook, where she showed her brother lying down on the sofa, dead, already dead because of the COVID-19, right? And because they didn't have medicine.
We're taught here in Canada that they even have a better government in Cuba than we do in Canada. They have free healthcare and free dental.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Tell me
No, that's a lie. Yes, it's free, but when you have to, you still need to pay. You go and buy your medicine, right? But when you go and buy your medicine, there is no medicine. You know what I mean? We want to help. We want to send everything. They don't allow us. They control everything, and what they do is they take whatever you send out there and keep it on the shop
So if you
and
send
sell it to the
supplies
people.
to your family,
They won't
they're
get it.
intercepted by the government. and
Correct.
sold.
They won't get it. We have people over here that have been sending medicine over the post office, and they don't get it. And when they get it, if they get it, they still need to pay an amount of money, even though we already pay over here.
I'm here with some of my friends, supporting the Cubans basically. So,
I've heard you've been to Cuba many times. What do you like about that country?
I find the people very friendly. It's very peaceful. I've traveled the world, all over the world. I find Cuba the safest country. There's no drugs, no nothing.
Really?
Yes, and the people are very friendly. I have to say that.
So what's going on in the Cuban country right
Well,
now?
I've been to Cuba. The thing over there is this: you cannot buy anything privately. Everything's owned by the government. So if you go to a store, if it's an air conditioner, it's the same air conditioner in every store, and it's the same price basically.
So what does that mean for the market? Is there any competitiveness? Is
No,
there any-
everything is owned by the government basically. Everything is owned by the government. If you open a business, you have to be in partnership with the government. So even a restaurant, now they're letting people open things. They did before, but the problem is the government still owns that business. So it's basically you don't own nothing. You can't even farm there. You can't do nothing basically. Everything you have to is for the government basically.
So what was it like going there as a foreigner?
Well, if you live on the resort, you don't feel nothing, right? Because you don't see the real life of a Cuban. But when you live with a Cuban, that's when you actually see what the real life is, right? Day to day, to buy things. They live on $20 a month, okay? And they have to make do with $20. So everybody has to survive somehow, so, take from the government, whatever, the restaurants, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it's a bad situation because you're not in control of nothing, basically. You can't, the houses, everything, it's not like here, you can just sell your house. The government's involved in every aspect of your life, basically. There's no such thing as freedom, let's put it that way. As a tourist, you can go there and you won't experience nothing because the cops, everybody's very nice to you. But the Cubans are like second-class citizens in their own country. And the tourists are the first class. That's what it is, basically. It's just been maybe 15, 16 years ago, I think, not even 15 years ago, when the Cubans weren't even allowed on the resorts. Okay? Cubans are not only the foreigners. But now they're allowing Cubans to go on the resorts. But before, no Cubans were allowed. So it's like second-class citizens, right?
You were saying you took over 30 trips there.
Yeah.
Did you see things over the years change for the better or change for the
Yeah,
worse?
when I went in 1990s, I think it was 1991 or something like that, people were really scared even to talk about the government. Nobody talked anything. You can talk to them about politics, they won't speak. Because they're always scared, because there's all these undercovers, right? They will walk around they take notes, so everybody's scared. So nobody talks. So now, after going over the years, they opened up the little market where, like I said, even in the resorts, the Cubans are allowed, so it was more like freedom. they slowly started opening up, right? So over the years, they started opening up. And now recently the Cubans started talking too, right? Before they never used to talk politics, but now they're just getting tired because there's no food. Okay, you have to buy everything in American dollars, basically. If you don't have American dollars, you can't buy nothing. So if you're living on 20 bucks, 20 Cuban pesos, what's 20 bucks, right? Like, I mean, you know, that's the other thing, right? You can't buy nothing.
Our government has been there for Cuba since the 60s, since you know what.
Yeah, but the government ain't doing nothing. What did they say? It's because of COVID. It's not because of COVID. It's because they're starving. There's no food. I mean, there's absolutely no food there.
Our government has had a special relationship with Cuba for the last 40, 50 years.
Even Trudeau Airport, they built, isn't it in Ciego or somewhere? It says, you know, it was built by the Canadian or whatever, and the money was donated by the Canadian government, yes. But that doesn't solve nothing. I mean, you know, like, basically it's a communist country, right? So.
We're taught in Canada that communism is the future. How is this possible that this communist country is in trouble?
Because well, you need fair election. You need another voice. It's been the same voice for 62 years. You know, there needs to change. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, 62 years, you're doing the same damn thing.
What can Canada do for the people of Cuba?
Help the people. You know, like, I mean, protest with the government or do something to the government and say, now, have free elections or something. It's about time they had free elections. They just put another puppet in there. That's what it is, basically.
Un solo objetivo, que es la libertad de Cuba. Una sola causa, la libertad de Cuba. Libertad, 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 Cuba. Libertad, libertad, si Cuba está en la calle, nosotros también. 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 Si Cuba está en la calle. Of going to Cuba, of supporting a military dictatorship. Their money is going to finance tools of oppression against the people, tools of oppression, patrol cars, police cars, to oppress the people. It's not like the police in Canada. Patria y vida, patria y vida, patria y vida. Arriba maestro, se cansen, coño. Esto anda afuera, esto está la libertad, gocedores. Chile de Canadá, nous demandons la liberté, liberté pour tout le peuple cubain. for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba!